Hey, imagine being transported back in time right in the middle of Raleigh, North Carolina. I'm at Mordecai House and Gardens. What a gorgeous place. We're gonna meet up with Josh Ingersoll. He's gonna give us a little tour so you can find out what you and your family can do maybe this weekend. Come and check it out. Let's go. Thank you for being with me today. I'm with Josh Ingersoll, Director of, man, it's a long title.
It's the Director of Historic Sites for the City of Raleigh.
Wow.
Yep.
What an amazing city, isn't it?
Oh, I love it. It's my hometown, so being a part of kind of teaching people about its history is one of the things I really enjoy being out here.
And you know, I think there's a lot of people who don't even know this little patch exists, but it's so awesome.
One of the things, we hear all the time is, oh, I didn't know you were here, or I've never been out here. I've seen the giant yellow house on the street, but never been there.
Wow.
I find a lot of people don't see what's in their own hometown till they've got family visiting from out of town or looking for something to do on a Saturday.
Yeah. So we're on about what, 2 some acres?
It's about 2.5 acres.
Okay.
So it's a small park right here, pretty close to downtown Raleigh.
So what's the history behind this house? It's called the Mordecai House.
Yes. So this large yellow house is the Mordecai House. Now it is the oldest home in Raleigh in its original foundation. The first part of the house was built back in 1785. It's actually older than the city of Raleigh itself.
Really?
Mm-hmm. Now I will tell you, it was not as large as it is now. Originally it was only 2 rooms downstairs with a half-story upstairs. And they had about 10 people living there at the time.
Oh, wow.
So it wasn't until the 1820s when they added on this front section of the house and really turned it into the grand home of Raleigh that it is today.
What was their background?
So the person who first lived in the house, his name was Henry Lane. Now, local history-wise, his father, Joel Lane, is considered to be the father of Raleigh. He's who first sold the land to start the city. So he helped build the first part of the house for his son Henry as a wedding gift. Now, Henry was just a plantation owner. He had a large farm around here, about 1,000 acres of land, with about 12 enslaved people working here.
Wow.
And then his oldest daughter married Moses Mordecai, who the house is named after. Now, Moses was a lawyer who just moved to the town, married into the Lane family, and it's really descended from him that we had 5 generations of Mordecais living here from 1785 all the way up until the 1960s. Yeah.
So we got this big house, but another famous house here.
Right. So in the 1970s, when the city of Raleigh was turning it into a historic park, they kind of used this as a gathering place for all the historic buildings they owned in downtown Raleigh. And our most famous one is this little gray building down there.
Right.
Now that there is the birthplace of President Andrew Johnson.
Looks kind of like a tool shed.
Yeah, it's very small. What that was a kitchen that was attached to a tavern in downtown Raleigh. Andrew Johnson's mom worked in the tavern. She was kind of like a cook and seamstress. Think of those like the early hotels in the early 1800s.
Right.
And so his mother and family lived upstairs, and then downstairs there's a large hearth where they do a lot of the cooking for the tavern. So he really came from very humble beginnings here in Raleigh, and he was born half a block away from the state capitol.
Oh, wow.
Grew up in Raleigh, though he ended up in Tennessee before becoming Abraham Lincoln's vice president during one of the most contentious parts of our country's history, the Civil War, before becoming president after Abraham Lincoln unfortunately was assassinated.
Yeah, amazing. Right here in Raleigh.
Right here in Raleigh. He's the only president we know for sure was born here in North Carolina. Some arguing over a couple of the other presidents that we have statues of.
We got to stick with what we know.
That's right.
How about if we go in and take a look at the house?
Absolutely.
Can we do that?
Absolutely.
Let's go. Come in. Don't change the channel. We'll be right back.